You may not agree with this, but TEEMO is the best legend in Riftbound. The match started with a pretty mid hand, but that's okay. So we started off modest with TEEMO in the base, and it went back to him. He ended up dropping his Zonias in base, and it was back to me, where I then brought TEEMO to the Bandle tree, and I decided to hide a Consult the Past. I then followed it up with a stacked deck, grabbing a Sprite Call. Back on his turn, he played the Wizened Elder, and it went back to me. I flipped over the Consult the Past, getting a couple cards, where I then hit a Switcheroo, and then decided to play a Sprite Mother in base, bringing my Sprite over to the Monastery, getting me a 3rd point. He then decided to bring the Wizened Elder over to TEEMO.
You sure about that?
Where I flipped over my Switcheroo, effectively giving him 1 might. But he had a punch first and a discipline, which was enough to kill TEEMO. This was horrible.
I've abandoned my child!
He ended his turn with a Stalwart Poro in base and went back to me, where I brought my Sprite Mother to the Monastery, getting another point, where I reinforced it with a Vex and I passed it back to him. He decided to charm the Vex over to the battlefield, which was perfect, because little did he know I was gonna turn 1, recycle, and rebuke his Wizened Elder back to hand, which ended up going through, bringing me up to 5 points. He then slowly brought the Poro over to the Sprite Mother, and since he had his Zonias, he was looking to trade, effectively taking out the Sprite Mother. He then ended his turn with the Wizened Elder back in his base, and it went back to me. I then played a sneaky deckhand back to the Monastery, bringing me up to 7 points. And after some critical thinking, I put a Sprite Call hidden with the sneaky deckhand, and it went back to him. He decided to bring the Poro back to the Monastery, which made me have to flip my Sprite Call in response. But it instantly got to 5, which I tried to double hard bargain, which he did end up paying the runes, effectively taking out the sneaky deckhand and taking the point. He then brought the Elder over to Vex, and with me being tapped out, unfortunately, she went away too. He then ended his turn with the Zonias, and it went back to me, where I dropped my Ancient Warmonger and brought it right to the Poro, taking it out, which I couldn't go from 7 to 8, so I drew a card and hid a Sprite Call, and it went back to him. He then brought an accelerated Lee Sin and Poro over to my battlefield, causing me to flip my Sprite Call, which I decided to take out the Lee Sin, and he was able to take the point back. So I threw down a Singularity, taking out both of his units, and put a Warmonger in base. Back to him, he played a Stalwart Poro, followed by a Pit Rookie and a Kinku Monk, and I was pretty scared. I brought the Warmonger to Bandle Tree, drawing a card, and with getting a stacked deck, this was amazing. And after checking the 3 cards, I found a Sprite Call and immediately threw it down. With him seeing this, it was an immediate scoop, and honestly, very close game. But now you know.